Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
Sitting in home or you in your car. It's the MacMan Morning Show. No matter if you near far. It's the MacMan Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the MacMan Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
Well, grand rising to all. Great day. Happy Wednesday to all of you here. This is WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show. I'm James Mack. I'm your host. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here. Are you glad to be here? Are you just glad to just be able to wake up and in spite of everything, we still march on. We got to have health, strength. We got it. We woke up and we have our mind. We got it. We have a determination to move forward. We got something, and we got something that a lot of people do not have. And we just say good morning to everybody that's listening on WKRA 92.7 on our wonderful FM dial. All of our wonderful staff and people there, our president and CEO, Ms. Autry. I'd like to say hello to everyone in our Facebook audience and our chat. Good morning to everyone. It seems like on this dreary day in this region, we got some rain today this morning. It just seems like things are going slow, but we're here, and it's wonderful. I said what I said, Brother Lee are here, our chief correspondent and our chief contributor. I want to say good morning to all of you all. Those of you that sent messages about the our wonderful morning show. I want to compliment our wonderful Mac Media 3 crew. That's Brother Ryan. I said what I said, and Dr. J, all of them got together and had a wonderful MacMan After Dark or something. I'm not going to reveal something because they didn't tell me to do it, but I'm proud to know that, we have a multifaceted channel. We have a multifaceted topics that we talk about. We got our morning show, but we also go a little bit beyond and try to give you something a little special in the evening time. And we're going to support. I support. It's a wonderful thing. Is they have. I want to show y'all something, but I ain't gonna do it. If they want to do it, they can do it. It's in the system and everything. And I just want to compliment Brother Ryan, our social media editor, Dr. J, our executive producer, Brother Lee, and Miss I Said What I Said was at the controls. She was popping the whip on folks and things like that. But I'm pleased. I'm proud. Look at how far we done stepped out. Hello, sir. I said what I said. Ain't said a word over in the bushes. Are you in the bushes? Good morning, ma'am, to you.
No, sir, I'm not in the bushes. No, sir, at all. Good morning, James. Good morning,
Good
everybody.
morning. All right. I was talking about y'all, and I've been down and out. I mean, physically, but I'm just getting over this, whatever it was. I feel great. But then they were up to something. I knew they were doing something, and I'm proud, because you got to reach out. You got to do things that we do, and that's what we do here. We're giving you information and inspiration here on Mac Media 3, along with all of our umbrella shows and content that we put out, and they did a great job. We got to start from somewhere, and I'm just pleased that they just stepped out. That shocked me that they did it. So we're going to talk a little bit. I said what I said, an opportunity to talk about that. We're waiting for Brother Lee. He's coming in. It's a little dreary. He has an early morning assignment, but he's on his way. And I wanted to say good morning to everybody. I said hello to everybody. I don't see my moderators yet. They're on their way, hopefully. But good morning to all. Let me do the weather right quick and get this out of the way. And I know that people have been wondering. It's been dreary outside here in this region where we are. I already told you yesterday that cold front has come through. It's coming, folks. So get your overcoats. This is the kind of weather I like anyway. I can wear my leather coat and stuff, all that other kind of thing. But it's not good for some other people. But dress up, please. Those that are going to school this morning, please. It's going to be kind of rough out there for you. So make sure that the kids, if they're walking or they're going to school, that they be conscious around where they're walking, because that rainy weather kind of distracts and spooks people. And it takes a whole lot longer to stop a skidding vehicle and a vehicle that is skidding than it does on dry ground. So I'm giving that caution out because we got those kind of conditions that have come into the region, and probably all over the country. Fall is coming, and it is some snow in some areas that people have, but we have some cold rain coming through. So right now it is 52 in Oxford, it's 53 in Olive Branch, South Haven, and it's 54 degrees at WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial in Holly Springs, Mississippi. They're my folks. I'm hungry. I don't know. They say they got good chicken in Holly Springs. I got to find out. I haven't been to Holly Springs to eat in a while. I want to see what's going on. I got to go over there and check and see what the deal is with them and everything. But good morning to everybody that's here. Like I said before, we have challenging times ahead of us. There was on yesterday, I got a lot of feedback from a lot of people about our show and what we present and how we present it. And I want you to be prepared. It's a lot of things we can point fingers. We can say that this person did this. Why did they do that? I'm mad with the vice president. I'm mad with this. And now everybody's just all upset. But I want to know how people feel. I want to know what's on your mind, which direction, and then what direction do we take? Now, the rest of this week, we're going to be devoting our time to just that, giving people an opportunity that may not have an opportunity to express themselves in a public forum and manner as it is on the MacMan Morning Show. So there are going to be some people coming in the duration of this week, and our individual contributors on the morning show. I said what I said. Our chief correspondent and Mr. Lee have taken turns or alternated days during this week to be able to maybe something particular that they want to express about the recent events that have happened in our election, how we're doing in our community, which way we're going, or just to express themselves as they have been. I said what I said was on yesterday, and a lot of great feedback and everything, because sometimes you do get mad. We all do. We get a little upset and things like that. Then we start to think about the things that we need to do. And then we put our collective frustration about things and our solutions to our problem, put them together with the strength that we have, and we can survive. We just want to find out how people are feeling and what's going on and what's on their mind. So I said what I said. I like for you just say, good morning to you folks and everything. And how did you all feel about last night's the MacMan After Dark? Talk about it a little bit.
Thanks, James. Well, I feel like it went well, and we were talking about celebrity gossip, and so I actually learned a lot because I don't really keep up with hip hop artists like the younger people do. So I had to do research on what we were talking about, and it was very interesting. Last night I had a good time. What's his name? K-Shin and Yvonne came up on the panel. K-Shin is really the co-host with me, and Yvonne Moore came on the panel, and we had a great time last night. We had a few people in our audience. We intend to grow that audience, And you can go ahead and show our new background because I'm very ecstatic and excited about it. I think it's real
Well,
awesome.
now, well, I was going to Brother Lee is here with us. Brother Lee. Good morning to you. We got Brother Lee, our chief contributor. He's here. He's here. I told y'all Lee was coming in. Where Lee at? Where Lee at? He's here. Okay. Let me see. Now
Yeah.
this is our new logo here. Oh, y'all the clowns. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I
I
do too.
like
I think
that.
it's
That
awesome. Yeah. Good
I like.
morning,
I'm gonna
Lee.
keep that. Can I, Lee? Hey, Lee, I'm gonna keep this up for just a couple of seconds because it looks so good. It looks so good, like a computer type of something you would like to have on. I like that background. I'm going. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's good. I like that. That's right. All right, brother Lisa. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Y'all clowning. See, I can't leave y'all for 24 hours and y'all just tab the house. And when I come home, it's just something different. Why had the furniture moved a certain way? You know? But this is nice. This is nice. Don't you? Y'all like this? I'm gonna keep it up, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna keep it up the rest of the show. Brother Lee is here with us. Brother Lee, good morning to you, sir.
Great day, everybody.
Mm. But yeah,
I
yes,
just
girl,
want
great day. Yeah. Yeah. And what you think about this background, man, they got up here, man. I know who did help them out. She popped a whoop on somebody. I ain't gonna say who.
I
Uh
think it's very nice. I think it's on point. I think it's on point.
mm,
I really think it's outstanding. I like the way the lettering is and everything. It's got
uh,
it's got a flair to it. A
yeah,
flair
it
to
is great. I like that. I like that. Hey, listen, today and I said what I said, and for all those that are working on that production, along with our executive producer, Dr. J, who has, I know he has something to do with it. See, he'll do anything she says. Anything she says, he'll do it. And it made me nervous. I said, man, how you gonna let? I ain't messing with her. I said, okay. So yeah, so I said it. I told it. Now, but we're grateful for all the hard work that they do. I'm gonna go to break early, and because Brother Lee is going to come, and our extended, as I told you once before, our extended conversation on the things that we have been doing and the things that have been affecting us since this past. Good morning to our moderator. Is here? Happy Wednesday. Um, that we've been experiencing this past with the election, all kinds of things, our whole feeling about things. What are we saying? What are we talking about? Where you're headed? I want to know what people are saying, how we're feeling. What are your expressions? And like I said yesterday, I said what I said. Our chief correspondent told us exactly. Sometimes you're mad, you're upset, and then sometimes you look at things in different lights. We want to hear from our contributors this weekend. They have this wonderful opportunity. And now Brother Lee's going to step up. After we do our first break, we're going to go right into Brother Lee. And I said our conversation led by Brother Lee, our chief contributor. We'll be right back in a little bit. We're just going to say hello to those that have been supporting the MacMan Morning Show. We want you to support us. We're here, and we're going to continue. We're moving forward. We'll be back right after these messages.
Attention WKRA listeners, if you would like to advertise on the MacMan Morning Show, please leave a message at macmedia3@gmail.com.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your bunny on with MacMan Morning Show very own Mr. Lee.
Well, when I was a kid, Mama looked at you before you got in the stove. She looked, I don't want to. You don't put your hands on. You don't ask for shit. We ain't eating. Yeah. We wait till we get home. But kids now, it's like, well, you know what you do in school, you know? He got a note saying that he's allergic to peanut butter, he's allergic to jelly, he's allergic to bread, he got gluten free, he can't eat this, he can't eat that. And then he got a note saying he got DDT, ADT, or ribbon, or whatever. He can stand on tables, he can do whatever he want to do. What kind of is that?
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And we're back on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Good morning to everybody. Grand Rising, all those other great things. We like to say hello to everyone that is in our Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. We should be on there. I was thinking about that. On our YouTube channel. We'd like to welcome all of you that are here, and we'd like to welcome those that are on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial in Holly Springs, Mississippi. I tell you, we got some rain over there that's coming, and y'all be careful over there on Highway 78 and over there going over to the crossovers. Y'all be very careful. It's kind of slick and things like that over there. So y'all watch the weather and everything, but it's a beautiful day. Every day is a great day. I like to say hey to everybody. And also to our wonderful panel. I said what I said, our chief correspondent, our chief contributor, Brother Lee, who's going to lead off our discussion today with whatever's on his mind, not whatever's on his mind, but he's just going to come again and maybe some the words that you hear and the things that you hear and the contributions that are given are done because we need to prepare ourselves for the things that are coming. And the things that are happening. So we have a responsibility here at this show to make sure that we do what we're supposed to do. And that is to get you the information first. And then we want to get not only just to inspire you, but we want you to be able to take that information and use it to be able to maneuver around the things that are that we're anticipating that's going to happen. We don't know what's going to actually happen, but the things that are going on are of concern. So now at this time, we're going to bring Brother Lee. He's coming. We're going to do our break at 50 past the hour, but we're going to go for it. Brother Lee has the floor this morning. Good morning to you, Brother Lee.
Good, great day. And first, I want to say, understand this good morning is, I understand it's something we've been saying for years, and we just say it as a natural greeting. But everything has an original place which it comes from. Um, and we don't think about where these sayings and the things that we say, we don't think about how did it get started. And let me say this is good morning again came from when the slave master used to unalive us and he said, "Have a good morning." And that caught on to now something we say as a greeting, as an opening to whatever we want to say. And I'm going to tell you something, it's something that we shouldn't say. We have to have a different greeting. We can greet each other in a different way. And I will say this, you can look it up. I'll say that a lot. And lately I say that all the time. You can look these things up if you have any doubts about what I'm saying. Because when you say this thing, good morning, you know what? Those racist people, I will name them, they laugh at us. They said brainwashing is successful. The successful brainwashing. And we've been successfully brainwashed into saying things that actually is against us, like we use the N word as a greeting, like we hug it out on something that they have created as a negative. We haven't made that word a positive. It's never gonna be a positive. Hey, my N word, that's my N word. Come on now, we can do better than that, and we should do better than this. And the thing is about us is that this setback, I say, and I got this from a movie quote. This setback is a setup for a comeback. You heard that in a movie. I know that was a movie that I saw, and I remembered that. Uh, that was in that movie. I forgot the name of it, but anyway, they were sitting at the table, and the old girl said something to the other one, and she said it was a set of there's a setback for that was a setback for setup for comeback. And old girl made a comment that was something out of Dr. Seuss, but that was a profound thing to think about. This is just a setback, you know. This is just a setback for a setup for a really tremendous comeback. And this is the thing we gotta face it. We gotta say to ourselves, we've gotten knocked down so many times that we're tired, but here's the thing. One thing about us as a people, we always get back up. We never get knocked out. We may get knocked down. We've been hit with a haymaker. Yeah, but you know what? We have to take responsibility. Those who say, I didn't know he was going to do this and I didn't know he was planning on doing that. Take responsibility for what you know. We heard him say this. Come on. We heard him say this years ago. He heard him say this in 16. He's heard him say it last year. He says it all the time what he's going to do. So don't say you don't know. Don't say you don't know he's going to take away education department and he's going to send everybody that's not a naturalized citizen back they don't even come from there, but he's going to send you back where he think you should go. And now people are crying and they moaning, they groaning, and they saying they didn't know. Let's acknowledge that we take responsibility for what we've heard. And the thing is, we have to stop distinguishing who we are. There are many different shades of us, and we come from different places, but we originated from that motherland. And that's the thing, because a sister comes from her family comes from Jamaica, that doesn't make her not one of us. And we have to be so ignorant and so brainwashed to believe that you're not American, a black American, if you don't come from America. If you're not, listen, we don't separate ourselves like they do. We're all the same brothers and sisters from that motherland. And when we see each other, we can't say, well, they're not us because they don't come from here. And we're different shades of us. We are, we go from different shades of the spectrum. We go all the way up to looking like them to all the way down so dark we can hide in a shadow and not be seen. And that's the thing. That's the beauty of us. We're beautiful no matter what shade we are. And we can't let them distinguish our blackness and how black we can be because they tell us that we're not from here or we're not from there. They tell us how black we are. Donald Trump has said, she ain't black. I don't know what she is. We know we know what you are. And the thing is, we can't let them pick and choose who we consider a sister, a brother. We can't let them figure that out for us. We already know. You know, we got brothers and sisters in Jamaica, brothers and sisters in South America, brothers and sisters in Philippine Islands. We got brothers and sisters in Russia. We got brothers and sisters. We are everywhere on this corner of this earth. If to know this, look it up. We had brothers and sisters in China before the Chinese got there. Look it up. We had brothers and sisters in Russia before they got there. Look it up. We had brothers and sisters in the Philippines before they got there. Look it up. In South America, look it up. All of this is our history that we don't know. We closed our eyes to. We got brainwashed from this. And that's the thing that we have to look at our history. When I say look it up, look it up. Read a book. Open it up. Knowledge is power. And the thing is, when you see a brother and sister, now look, I know our brothers have slipped on a banana peel and they got caught up in their own anger and jealousy and everything like that. And they got to come back to reality and realize this is our sisters are where it's originated from. We came from a sister. And we must respect that. And I'll tell you this, sisters, I think you're beautiful without the weave. I think you're beautiful without the nails. I think you're beautiful without the lashes. I think sisters are even more beautiful in their natural state than any state that they can put on these additives that they can add. That's what the Caucasians have put together for us. We didn't invent all that hair and the nails and the lashes. That's not us. We're naturally beautiful. That's why they're jealous of us. They want us to look like them so they can feel better about themselves. That's what I have to say.
You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show. I'm James Mack. We're here in the discussion with our panel, our chief correspondent. I said what I said, Brother Lee, our chief contributor, about the things that we're discussing today in general. I said what I said. I want you to get a piece of this also, that sometimes we superficially, we change. Are we ready for the change that's coming? Are we so fixated on things that don't even involve us? There's things that are getting ready to happen and occur in this country that are going to shock many because they've never experienced this level of intensity or racism before. Anybody that was not born, I'll say born before 1973, 74, you really might not understand and know. I'll go 76. You really don't really know or understand the changes that have been made that you enjoy that are getting ready to be kind of shifted in a sense. And that's why we're here this morning, to just bring this to, not to harp on things, but we need to understand where we're coming from and what's on our minds, what's on our hearts. What do we think about situations? I just can't leave it dipole. We just had an election, or we just had that's all that it was. This election right here it would have impacted us in many ways, whether it was for the good or for the bad. This is the MacMan Morning Show. James Mack once again with our wonderful panel. I'm going to take an ID break right quick, and we'll be right back. I said what I said is going to come and expound upon how she feel about what Brother Lee had said just a few minutes ago, and we'll be right back.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking
swinging back in the chair, back in action. Here we are. Um, we're here at the MacMan Morning Show. This is a wonderful day that we're having. I want to add, and I'm happy that we're having these discussions and we're spreading the word about what's occurring and what's happening. Folks, let me explain something to you. And I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm not trying to get a click view or anything like that. My job as a journalist, as a newsman, is to bring it to you and bring you what's coming. And what I see and what we have dissected so far from what's been presented to us over the last few months about what's getting ready to occur in this new administration, folks, it's no joke. And they're doing everything that they can to keep us quiet, blind, and asleep on this. So it's time to wake up. There's a song, I think Teddy Pendergrass, if you can help me, Brother Lee is the the music expert on here with me. What it was, wake up everybody, there's no more sleeping in bed. I'm not a singer, nothing like that, but I think that was the lyrics. It's time for us to get up, y'all. We got to look around us. What's going on? WKRA, I need me some music coming up on my show tomorrow. I'm gonna let you know what it is. I think we need to start off with some stuff. That's Teddy Pendergrass. Thank you. Y'all know Teddy. Y'all know. Okay, turn him off. All that hollering and stuff he do. Y'all know all that. Anyway, we need to make sure that we get ourselves awake, and that's why we're here. We're here to let's get it together, folks. We got to get it together and see what's going on. I said what I said to respond and to not to respond to elaborate on what Brother Lee was expounding upon.
Well, James, I wholeheartedly agree with most of what Lee said, and I'm sorry, but sisters are not going to get out those wigs and lashes. That's going to be a fad for some time.
Okay.
I know Lee don't like that, but it's going to happen. They're not giving that up, or the nails. Although it's just money put in other people's pockets. And so we need to, somebody in our chat said that we need to save now, and she's absolutely right. You need to save every penny you can save. And if you can, not buy anything in this economy that you don't have to buy, because I feel like things are going to get very tight. And also, this is how fascism starts. They start by telling you what they're going to do, branding their ideals into your brain to make you feel like what they're saying is true. They pit us against each other. It's always a group that's targeted to make you feel like this group is making you feel less, or this group is taking something from you. And if you didn't have this type of people, as your neighbor, then maybe you could get more, which is totally untrue. But that's, if you're a fascist, then that's what you have to do to brainwash your people. And in my opinion, the goal of the Trump administration is to pit Americans against each other, especially with these people having babies or the ones that don't want to have babies. In my state, we have a new law where if somebody is going to another state, traveling to another state to take care of an unwanted child, you can report that person and get money for it. And so the process has already begun as far as this fascism lifestyle that they're trying to implement on the American people. And I agree with Lee. Don't say that you didn't know, because this man has been telling you everything that he wanted to do, everything that he's going to do. So it shouldn't be a surprise. All the naysayers just kind of laughed it off and just said that, well, he's just talking. Well, he's going to show you better than he can tell you whether or not he's talking. And I don't feel like he's just talking. If you read Project 2025, those are the things that he was spewing to the American public. And even if you're busy, you working, you have kids, you have a life. I know you heard some of the things that he was saying on his campaign trail. And social, if you got on social media, which everyone do, you saw something um, that was what his intentions were. People were discussing it. I'm not saying that people are discussing it like we are, because we're political junkies and this is what we do and this is what interests us. So yeah, we want to bring it to the public. And I know people are not following politics the way that we are, but you heard something. And even if you're not following politics, sometimes on the news, if you're watching TV or if you're watching social media, you had all kind of clips of what was to come. And so I don't understand why these people don't believe what he say. Everything that he said he was going to do in the first administration, he tried to get it done. And like I said yesterday, he had a few guardrails because he had some government people that was in charge that put the guardrails on him. Well, this time that's not going to happen. Right now, he's formulating his cabinet and he's formulating his government with. I saw a Fox News host is going to have a job in his administration. I mean, he's just picking your every normal everyday person to do an important job in the government that's never served in government. And in my opinion, if you're going to be in government, I feel like you need to know what you're doing so that you can serve the American public to the best of your knowledge. And if you don't have knowledge of what you're doing, how are you going to do the job? But I feel like he don't really care, whether they know how to do the job or not, because all the orders are going to come from him. His ex-lawyer, Michael Cohen, said nothing goes by him, nothing happens without him knowing as far as his business go, and that's the way the government is going to go. He's taken 4 of the important entities of government and put them on the executive purview so that he can have hands-on the education, the housing, the DOJ, and I keep forgetting the last one, but he want to have direct hands-on a lot of these
Homeland Security. I think Homeland Security.
Homeland Security and Homeland Security. That I don't know why I keep forgetting that, because that's where all the immigrants. That's the department to get rid of all the immigrants and the deportation. So he want to have hands-on the important things that Americans experience and enjoy in life every day. So we better buckle up and we better get ready, because we're getting ready to take a ride. And like I said yesterday, it's not going to be a good ride. And you're going to see exactly what you put in office. And I already see people kicking and screaming and saying, oh, I didn't know he meant me. Well, yeah, he meant you. And so you really should have did a little bit more research before you went in there and pulled that lever of voting for him. But, voting have consequences. Okay. And so we're getting ready to see the consequence of the vote that we put in for the vote that we, I won't say we, you guys are getting ready to see the consequence of what you voted for, because I didn't vote that way. And one more thing about the Democratic Party, I saw that Jack Smith is getting ready to resign, the one that was doing the investigations. And I wholeheartedly blame Merrick Garland. He took 2 years to bring these charges against this guy. And he knew that he was going to run out of time. So in my opinion, he never meant to hold him accountable for anything that he done in office. To me, it was all a facade to make it look like we're investigating him. The other guy, Jack Tahara, the one that stole the military secrets and put them online, I saw that he got 15 years in prison. This guy took boxes upon boxes home of national classified secrets, possibly shared them with whomever he wanted to share them with, and nothing happened to him. So make sense. Once again, 2-tiered justice. If you're in power, you have money. And apparently, if you're Caucasian, you can basically get away with whatever you want to get away with and do what you want to do in this good old United States of America.
You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. I'm James Mack, your host. I'm sorry, it's once again. I don't know what's wrong with this. We got to do something about the StreamYard. Listen, I wanted to say that it was something that Brother Lee had mentioned about how people in Russia and different other places. There's different. We were in places that, like in China and different places, we were all facets of the places around the world. We have an imprint on it, and it brought me to something in Russia. There's a religious relic or some kind of religious form called the Black Madonna. It's the Virgin Mary, Black Virgin Mary, and the Black Child Jesus, which is revered. If you want to talk about an idol, it's a real idol. Black now, they look back. So we had and it's not about color, how black we are or whatever the case may be. When the attacks come, people attack us. When they want to dog somebody, they want to dog the people that they think that will give the least resistance to them. That's why people were concentrated as they were concentrating and training people for slavery and breaking folks and everything. They embedded these ideas in people that have been handed down from generation to generation. Willie Lynch letter, all kinds of things that we could research and read. The Brother Lee was saying, especially, wait a minute, let's see. Brother Lee was saying that especially, okay, my mic is something wrong somewhere. Let's see. How about that? If I'm coming through, okay, y'all say 1, 2, 3 or something. I mean, or in the chat or something. If I'm coming in kind of crazy, let me know so I can make the adjustment. Thank you. I said what I said. And also, let us try to make sure that we don't use our emotions to the point that we miss the picture about survival. We're going to have to make some adjustments, folks, that are going to maybe be uncomfortable, but they'll help us in these times that we're going forth in. Brother Lee is still here. Brother Lee, and then we're not really news junkies. I mean, I'm a reporter. I can consider, it's just something that I do. I like reporting news. I mean, that's something that I do. I mean, but I don't just sit there and just look at the news all day or something like that. I like the news, I guess. But that's why the Mac Man Morning, I tell you, the Mac Man After Dark is something that's really coming up. I just wanted to plug this just for a second, Brother Lee, before I bring to you Mac Man After Dark. Let me show you something, viewing audience and those that have not seen that are listening to WKRA. You can get the replay on the Mac Man Morning Show channel on YouTube. That's the new logo and background and of the Mac Man After Dark. That I said what I said, and Brother Ryan and all of those that are involved with that great, wonderful project. I am really okay. It's still going in and out. I'm sorry. I'm going to adjust this microphone set here. I'm going to have Brother Lee to come. I just wanted y'all to see that. I'd like to say grand rising, good morning to all of you, not most, all of you. Okay, most of you. I heard that. Okay, Brother Lee, I want you to come in. Now listen, I wanted to say, why should we be surprised as I adjust my equipment here too? Why are people just so surprised I didn't hear about it? I don't know about it. Why can't we take responsibility and say we got work to do? We need to get ourselves together instead of playing, I'm not saying victim. They trying to make us play victim, but I think that there's some other people like the Latinos and different people are going to be able to, they're going to be coming to us asking us for help. Now, we've been the most trodden down and beaten down persons in this country. And I'm not just saying that, that's a fact. Help me out to understand, how can other people get, after turning their back saying we didn't want this person, now all of a sudden you asking for our help?
Well, I will say this. Yeah, they're gonna come to us and they're gonna want our help, and we're gonna be reluctant to do it. Um, I gotta say we can't act like them and expect to have change. The thing is that Donald Trump Vince, he played into our the root of our jealousy and the root of our hate. He went right for that, and him and his camp have looked at human behavior, the negative side of human behavior, where you can look. We could have looked up the economy and compared the economy of today compared to the economy of when he was in office. He inherited a good economy from the previous president, and which was President Obama. And we didn't bother to look it up on our phones to see, oh, well, this is not true. And then he's telling you the rich has convinced. This is almost would be funny if it wasn't sad. The rich has convinced the middle class that the poor is holding you back. That is really insane. But the rich has convinced the middle class that the poor is responsible for high prices. That the poor are responsible for you not having a job that you want, or the money in the bank that you need, or you being able to not being able to get the car you want. The rich has convinced the poor, has convinced the middle class that they're the problem. That the ones that the Hispanics that are cutting your grass and picking your lettuce and doing those jobs, not that all of them do those jobs anymore, but they come in, the immigrants that are coming in are taking your jobs. How many times do you want to cut your own grass, or pick your own fruit, or do those menial jobs at the hotels? All of those jobs that the immigrants are doing. Donald Trump has the rich, no, the rich has convinced the middle class and all of us that the immigrants are taking your jobs. It's like Donald Trump said, they taking your black jobs. How many black people want a job like that? We've been here so long, we want a better job. We want a higher paying job, and they do too, the immigrants too, but you have to come through a certain way. You have to, step up through the ladder. And we've been here long enough. We're not trying to get a job that doesn't pay you, that pays you off the books. The immigrants work off the books. They don't pay the taxes because they're afraid of being sent back. So they don't want to be on books. So they get paid the lowest pay. They get treated the worst way. And if we can spend trillions of dollars when the COVID hit, when the government tells you that they don't have any money, and they can come up with trillions of dollars when the COVID hit, and trillions of dollars for the wealthy when they get their tax breaks. But they tell us in our communities that they don't have money for your schools. They don't have money for your roads. They don't have money for your grocery stores. They don't have money for the programs for the kids to get off the streets and stop selling the drugs. They don't have, but they'll make money for the jails and the prisons. And they take more money to house an individual in prison than it does to send them to college. You tell me, the longer they lock them up, the more money is being spent for incarceration than being spent on anything else as far as education. And they talking about getting rid of the Department of Education. Really? And we're going to stand for that. We're going to stand for the fact that our kids are going to be uneducated. And Donald Trump says he loves the uneducated. And that's the thing that we got to understand. This man is telling you, I'm the devil. And do you like it? And we go ahead and we pull that lever, we punch that card, we color that letter, that ballot out, and we vote for the devil. And then we tell them we didn't know. Take responsibility for putting the devil in office. And you want to know what he looks like? He has orange hair. He's about 6 feet tall, and he don't give a heck about you. That's what I have to say.
Well, Lee, it's like Jim Jones. They drink the Kool-Aid, and now that they've drank the Kool-Aid, they don't like the flavor of it. He promised them cherry Kool-Aid, but when they drank it, it looked like it's going to be grape, something that a lot of people don't really care for. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have to take this ride because, like I said, voting have consequences, and now everybody's gonna have to pay the consequence of what they voted for, and so it's gonna be a lot of kicking and screaming and complaining, and I didn't know, and oh look what he's done, and all he's gonna do is he's gonna enrich the he's gonna empower the rich. They're gonna get richer, and he's going to make content creators on all social media platforms a little bit richer because he's going to give us plenty to talk about. All the things that he does, everybody's going to say that it's outrageous, but is it really outrageous as far as he go? Because in my opinion, that's the way he operate, in an outrageous attitude. He has an outrageous attitude, act like a petulant child. When he can't get his way, then you need to go. So everybody that's getting all these lovely cabinet positions and high positions and over the department of this and that and the other, they're all standing in line to go work for his administration, knowing any day and any time he's gonna fire you. Most of the people that I call them the first quarter people, because they are in the first quarter. So they're only going to have that job temporarily. And so I guess that's good enough for them. Some of them are even coming out, giving up their Senate seats and their Congress, the House seats. They're giving up their seats to go into his administration. And I guess they didn't get the message of all the other people that was in his first administration. Look how many people he fired and got rid of. I don't think it probably was a handful of people, if it was that many, that started out with him that ended up with with him during his administration, because anytime anybody crossed any line that he felt like they crossed the line or didn't do what he said, then his favorite word, you're fired. We fired him in 2020, and I don't understand why we didn't fire him in 2024. It's just like a relationship. When you break up with somebody, it's a reason why you break up with them. So why would you go backwards instead of going forward? And that's what I feel like this is. This is a toxic relationship. And it's like when you can't get rid of a person that you no longer want to be with. They're stalking you. They're riding on your coattail. They're checking for you and trying to figure out what you're doing every minute of the day. And that's the way that he runs his administration, in my opinion. And so, like I said, everybody better get ready to take this ride, and you better get your house in order and get yourself together and try to get your finances together and try to save as much as possible. I can't iterate that enough, because you're definitely going to need some money to fall back on.
Well, I like to say real quick that we can't change what we won't recognize. Can't change what we won't admit. You can't fix the problem if you don't try to find out, okay, what's the problem? And the thing is, we won't acknowledge what we've done. We won't acknowledge what's going on. We won't acknowledge it. And then if we won't do that, then we can't fix it. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of knowledge on something. Diplomats, in order to be a diplomat, in the past, they paid for those jobs in some way. Those are business owners. They would pay to be a diplomat in another country, to be an ambassador. Those jobs are given to unqualified people. Now those jobs are now moved up to the point where they're in cabinets. Those people that you see that they are appointed into these cabinet positions are people that owed a favor. They're not qualified. They're owed a favor. And that's why they're given these jobs. And like yellow hair, I think yellow man, yellow something. I can't get the brothers. Brothers, I know that's not your given name, but I can't even get
Yellow
that right.
pain,
But
yellow
yellow,
pain,
yeah,
yellow
yeah,
pain.
yellow pain. Yellow pain says, it's the legislator that does all the deciding and everything. But now we see, yes, he's 100% true. The legislative branch plays a huge part in it. can't pass any laws. But if you spreading these spies that Donald Trump is spreading around, these people, they're gonna make a difference. That executive branch is gonna make a difference. You're gonna feel it because
Okay.
he got control. He's got control of that legislative branch too. So this
Let
he
me
can
do
put
this.
the
Let me do this real quick then, Lee. You got a good point. Hold on to it. You coming back. We're coming back to Lee. We got to take a break real quick. He said something. I'm going to do tribute to our brother Yellow Pain. He's got some new video coming out about this after effect of the election. But I just want to just give people a recap to let them know we told you so. As we take a break on the Mac Man Morning Show, this is WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial.
First thing first, back in middle school when they taught us it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But
Okay.
first thing first, back in middle school when they taught us it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws. They just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch. Yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do, okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it, though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president.
Least we forget. This is WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. We'll be back after our commercials have finished, and we'll be back with Brother Lee with his extended remarks on what he was saying before we left for break. You're listening to the Mac Man Morning Show, WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And we're back on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the Magman Morning Show. I'm James Mack, your host. We are celebrating life. We're enjoying and will enjoy life. But in order to do that, we have to maneuver our lives and the things that we do because we got something coming that has I did not expect. I thought everybody, like everyone else, that success would come to the vice president. I had that in my heart. I really believed that. I thought with all that I had within inside of me, and forgive me, you all, for the connection. I think that it's a server that I'm on. Um, that just baffled me. I was in shock. I wasn't in so much shock that I didn't know. Uh, that I just laid in the bed or something like that. But there's some people that really had some real trauma behind it. I was just surprised that out of all that effort and everything that I thought, there are a lot of things that they did not do. But I thought that victory was at hand, that we would have the Vice President Harris would have been president. But now we're where we are. We're at this point. I won't even call it a crossroads because we gave a comparison of both sides. We said, here's what I feel, and here's what the other person. There's a balance. This is the both of them. We gave both on good and bad on both sides. Whatever the case may be, we were not partial to anyone. And look at what I said, that there was a chance that this would happen. I was forewarned a long time ago, man, James. I don't think she gonna make it. Excuse me. So here we are today. We're going to grumble and complain. I know that as I look down in history, they used to say that, okay, they go to this verse, they say that they asked God for a king, and God said, well, what you need a king for? I got who I have to serve and to do what he's on. We won't be just like everybody else. Well, they say now the consequences of a king is this. You're going to have to give them a percentage of everything that you have. He wants your sons, your daughters are going to be his servants. You're going to have to do and bow down to him and him only. You can't talk back, or he can whack your head off. He can take, and you're going to be, this is what it is. That's what we got. You asked for a king, you got what you asked for. Now, those of us that didn't ask for the king, we got to have some kind of way to maneuver through these journeys that we're going to be taking because, folks, we ain't seen nothing yet. We ain't seen nothing yet. Good morning to our sponsor, Keisha Stylist. She's on the Lock Goddess of Memphis International. She's here. Thank you very much for being here with us. Thank you for your support. And all that you do. Brother Lee, you got the floor. I just lent that to you. I think I won't take all your time. Go ahead and say what you said. I apologize.
I like to say this. Look, I gave you a good analogy. We watched a lot of vampire movies. And the rule to being the vampire must go by is that he must be invited into your home. He can't come in unless you invite him. And the devil can't come in unless you invite him. And we invited the devil into our homes. We gave him permission. The majority gave him permission to be in our homes, because of our hate for something else, because of our hate and our desire, because the devil gave you the feeling that you were going to get something that you never had. He said, oh, yeah, the economy is terrible. The economy was decent. It was good. He said, he said the immigrants are the problems. Immigrants were solving the problems. They were picking the fruit and doing the jobs that you didn't want to do. He told you that they were the problems. And you know what? The devil had the immigrants working in his house in Largo, in Florida. The devil had him working there and telling you that the immigrants is a problem, but he had him working in his kitchens. We saw these things and our hate blinded us. I hate for that sister. I hate for a woman. I hate for a black woman from the black men. I hate for women from the Asians and and Hispanics, a hate for women leading, that took over. He said, look, these people don't respect women. We can we can fight this with. That's what Donald Trump said. He said we can use this, and he did. And the fact that the woman being a black woman, the brother said, I don't want to sit there and charge. I just don't want this. And he voted against his own interests. Everybody that voted for Donald Trump, voted against, well, everybody, the rich don't vote. You got to understand, the wealthy don't vote. They buy votes. They buy you. That's what them commercials are for. The wealthy pays for this. The wealthy don't go to the polls. The wealthy don't buy banners and put them in their yards. You can drive by all these mansions. They don't have his posters in their yards. They don't vote. But what you vote for supports the wealthy, the well off. You know, you keep them wealthy, and they can never get enough money. They're like a crack addict. They can never have enough money. You say, when is enough? They don't have a limit to their desires, their passions about money and the things that money can buy. Money buys them your vote. Money reaches into they reach into their pocket when they support something. They support something for themselves, and that's the thing we have to understand is we have to stop supporting the wealthy. We holding up the wealthy. We have to stop that and stop blaming the poor for your problems. You see the poor, okay, they sitting in Section 8, we say, oh, Lord, let's get rid of that program because you know what? Let's get rid of the food stamps. Let's get rid of that program. Let's get rid of Social Security. You know what? That's the safety net that holds the middle class up, because eventually the middle class will be poor if this keeps going. And you'll be looking for those very programs, those food stamps, those Section 8 programs, those federal grants. You know, federal grants start your business sometimes. A lot of times that federal grant will start your business. That federal grant will get your kid in school and keep them when they get that scholarship, or that federal grant. And see, that's the thing. The federal government can work for you. And we got to stop saying because the poor can get it, we don't want to get it. It's like that story they talking about, man. You cut your nose off to spite your face. Stop being so hateful, ignorant. And you know what? When we get another opportunity, which God keeps giving us blessings, but we don't know when they're coming. So when he gives you one, you got to act like it's the last one. And he gave us one. And the thing is, we're going to get another opportunity. We have to be ready. The thing is, be ready for that opportunity. Preparation without being, you know what, when opportunity comes without preparation, you ain't going to take advantage of it anyway. So we have to prepare ourselves for this next opportunity that comes. Don't say it's not going to come. It will come. Prepare ourselves for opportunity. This is like if you were to start a business, in which we should start all being entrepreneurs, is that you have to do your homework. And I've seen thousands. I work in a business where I've seen thousands, literally in the course of my career, my life. I've seen thousands of business owners, and they were very excited, but they wasn't ready. They didn't do their homework. Preparation for opportunity. They have to go hand in hand. That's what I have to say.
Well,
Okay, I'm here. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry I said what I said. Listen, I wanted to add on to a little bit of what you were saying, Lee, and in saying that if we have an opportunity to really look at what's going on, we really take a real deep look. And I want to welcome Paula. Paula says that making medical. I'd like to know more about that business that you have. Can you email us? Could somebody put the email address up for me, if you can? Paula, please send some information about what you're doing. Maybe we can help. send to macmedia3@gmail.com. Send me some information about what you're doing. I think that that's real interesting. Um, it- it- I can't get over. I said what I said. I can't get over the fact that we told. Is it that we need to get over the fact that we said we told you so, and get to work and doing what we need to do, and stop blaming. I mean, wipe my tears, stop whining, as somebody said before to me. The man don't be whining about it. We just got to get to work. What should we be doing now as as an organization that we're in media? What should we be doing to get the word out to the masses about what's going down, man?
Well, James, we're still in our 7 stages of grief, and it's just like when you get
Oh, I'm
when.
sorry. I didn't mean I said me, but then again, go ahead. I said what I said. I'm so sorry. I said what I said, folks. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
James, we're still experiencing our 7 stages of grief, and so yeah, we need to give people time to swallow this snake oil that we didn't ask for, and so yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do, but it's okay for us to swallow this and get ourselves together. It's just like when you got a whooping at home, you didn't automatically say, "Okay, Mama, I love you again." You was kind of mad at your mama when she spanked your butt. So it took you a time. It took you some time to get over that. But while you was getting over why you got a whooping, you also thought about why you got a whooping. It give you time to think. So I feel like people are in the thinking stage at this point and trying to figure out how we're going to maneuver through this. And slavery was the most horrific thing that we experienced, in my opinion, as a community of Black people. And if we can get through slavery, we definitely can get through this dictatorship. We have, yeah, he's going to be a dictator, but if Americans roll their sleeves up, pay attention, figure out a plan, we can stop the king in 2 years. And 2 years is going to go by real, real quick. Because I guarantee you, seeing him on TV every day, doing whatever it is that he's going to do, and it's going to be a lot of noise, because that's who he is. He's going to make noise on our TV screens, on our social media platforms, and people are going to be graveling, moaning, groaning, complaining. And while they're doing all of that, that's when we need to do a plan of action. And so I say, give us another week. The wound is still sore for a lot of people. So I feel like it's okay for us to state our feelings, figure out what we're gonna do, and come up with a plan. Because whenever you come up with a plan and a solution, that takes time, and you have to figure, like Lee said, you have to figure out the problem in order to get you a solution. So I feel it's okay to continue to grieve, but we can't grieve forever. We do have to come up with a plan, and we do need to come up with a solution, and it better be a good one.
Okay. The problem is we're here where we at. We are in deep water, swimming, trying. Some of us can swim, some of us holding on to folks that got us, and we holding on to pieces of wood, and we holding on to anything that floats. Okay, here we are. That's the situation that we're in. What is and we grieve and we're hurting, we wounded. I don't know if it's just a week or so that we're gonna come up. Do we have the stamina? Do we have the determination here on this platform? I'm asking the contributors here on our job, what we need to be doing here. Okay, we see what the problem is. We see what the situation is. Now, Brother Lee, as I would want to say, is do we have a plan of action that we can take as an organization, a media organization, or as a production company, or as a morning show, or representatives of such? What are we going to do? What are we going to? What are some of the ideas that you think that we can use here on this platform that we have?
Well, I'll say this. We got to stop. We have to stop sugarcoating. We have to stop sugarcoating our information. We got to stop telling the baby, everything's going to be okay. But we have to say this, that everything is going to be okay. But right now, that cold you got may get worse before it gets better. And the thing is, we have to start, in media, we have to let people know, because they're looking for the truth, whereas we haven't been telling the truth, in social media. We've been sugarcoating and making people feel good. And when things are not so good. And we've been putting things out there that's ambivalent, that's not, you can't figure out what's right and what's wrong, because they don't want to tell you what's wrong, because they don't want to lose any viewers, any subscribers, any of their audience. And we have to be willing to tell the truth. you know, Throw that thing of we want the viewer. Yeah, we like the viewers, we like the subscribers, but the thing is, we gotta love the truth more than we love anything. We gotta love each other more than we love anybody. We have to come together as a people. And if you just like your family members, your kids, you want to tell them the truth because you want them ready for the outside world. You don't want to lull them to sleep. And we have been doing that to our kids. We've been telling them that the things that I've been giving you, we've been giving them the impression that these things are easy to come by. They are not easy to come by. The things that you give your family members, your kids, they are under the delusion that it's easy to get a PlayStation. It's easy to get those Jordans. It's easy to get those designer clothes. It's easy to get my hairs and nails done for your kids. We letting them think that it's easy for them to do these things. We letting them think that it doesn't come hard to do. We gotta it's gonna be hard work. We're gonna have to roll up our sleeves. We're gonna have to let each and every last one of us know in social media that it's not gonna be easy because we dug this hole. We dug it nice and deep, and the sides are smooth, and we got to figure out how to climb out of it. And together we can do it. And our history shows that we thrive when things are hard. We get stronger. That's the thing. When that weight gets heavy, it builds muscles. And that's the thing. And our faith is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it will not grow. Faith has to be used, it has to be exercised in order to get stronger. And that's the thing we have to understand. We haven't pulled any faith out of the closet in a long time. And so that's why that muscle that we call faith is very weak. So the more we use this muscle of faith, the more we use this muscle of endurance, of integrity, of striving for the best, the stronger these muscles will get. And that's the thing we have to understand. If you haven't used it in a while and you say, dang, my faith is weak, that's because we don't use it. We have to use that faith, and we have to use that integrity. We have to use that love and that caring for each other because we don't use it enough. And that's why it's so weak. That's why we don't reach out to each other because we haven't used that. And that's what I have to say.
Woo! And let the church say amen. This is the MacMan Morning Show on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. Man, this has been a heck of a discussion that we've been having, and the discussion continues on tomorrow. There's a special guest that we're going to be bringing on. I'm not going to even mention the name because I haven't got all the details, but I want you to be prepared. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know what's on your heart and what's on your mind. Paula, I want you to come on and talk about what you're feeling, the things that you're saying that we need to prepare for. What are people saying around about you? But listen, this is why the MacMan Morning Show exists, to give you an opportunity and a chance to express yourself. And while we're doing that, we're going to be able to get through the situation that we're in. I want to thank everybody that's been participating, our great panel. I said what I said. I want to thank Brother Lee, and I want to thank our executive producer, Dr. J, our social media editor, Brother Ryan, and all of those that make up a part here, the WKRA, our wonderful staff, and each and every one of you. This is James Mack, your host, and we will be back on tomorrow. This is the MacMan Morning Show.
It's the Mac Man Morning Show. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. It's the Mac Man Morning Show.
Sitting at home or you're in your car.
It's the Mac Man Morning Show.
No matter if you get far.
It's the Mac Man Morning Show.
You better tune in quick or you might just miss
It's the Mac Man Morning Show.
the best show this side of the sea.
It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 It's the Mac Man Morning Show.
Oh my God. The Mac Man After Dark. We don't want to forget about the Mac Man After Dark. Thank you, WKRA. Please stay tuned. We will have the alert out for you. Thank you, WKRA 92.7 on your FM.